everyone, and welcome back to the Anything But Bland podcast, where we talk about business, community, and everything in between. This is the Bland & Associates podcast, and I'm Keely Raskowski, and I am not alone. Hi, Ashley.
Hi, guys. Ashley Postaway, and welcome back. Today, we are continuing our not-for-profit series from last season. So with our first not-for-profit, it's well known in the community to our local listeners. Mm-hmm. Today, we have Aly Goedeken from Child Saving Institute. Yes. She's a development manager with the organization, here to share more information with us about this wonderful organization. So welcome, Aly.
Yes,
Hi, Aly.
Thanks for having me.
Yes. So, Aly, do you want to tell us just a little bit about yourself?
Like she said, my name's Aly. I work for Child Saving Institute. I have lived in Omaha for about 5 years. Of those 5 years, I've been in the nonprofit community the whole time. I recently got married. Yay. I'm a dog mom.
What kind of dog?
A miniature golden doodle.
Oh my goodness.
What's its name? Her name is Margie.
Oh my gosh, that's hilarious.
Adorable.
Yeah,
Margie.
she's practically a human.
Yes.
So when I'm not at work, I'm with my husband and my dog.
I love
Fun.
it.
Yeah.
Well, we've known Aly, I think, almost for 5 years that she's been
here,
in Omaha, and she's always been a great ally and friend to Ashley and I through Bland Cares Foundation and just different partnerships with her. And so we're pleased to have her today and have her talk more about Child Saving Institute.
But first, we always ask our guests a different question.
Put her on the spot.
Not work related, but like, what's your favorite thing to do, or what can we find you doing outside of work, on the weekends, at night? Like, what are your hobbies? Can be anything.
Well, wine on a patio at any time.
Perfection.
Is probably top of my list. Margie, my dog. We love going to the dog bar.
Oh my gosh.
That's so
Tell me a little bit about that real quick.
Oh gosh. So if you have a dog who's social, you need to go. They go play with, at any given time, there's probably like 20 or 30 dogs there. Gosh. All of their cocktails are named after dogs. Stop. It's just the cutest thing.
This is awesome.
We go there on nice summer days.
Okay.
But I also just love like being out in nature. We're a big lake family. And so just any relaxing time I can get out with a beverage in hand is fabulous.
Super fun.
Do you have any big summer plans?
We just spend a lot of time at the lake.
I think that is wonderful.
Yes. We only have a few weddings this year, which is fabulous. So no big plans, but just kind of relaxing ones.
With wine and your dog.
Totally. On the boat. What's better?
Yes.
Right.
Oh, 10 out of 10. Well, good. Okay, so as we mentioned, Aly's here to tell us about Child Saving Institute. And so, Aly, for those who might not be familiar with the organization, just tell us a little bit about them, their mission.
Yeah, so Child Saving Institute is actually 131 years old.
Wow.
Which I don't think many people realize. We've been around for a long stinking time.
Yes.
We initially started as an orphanage. Infant adoptions were kind of our main focus, and that involved into the foster care system. But over the past 20 to 30 years, we've really expanded our services outside of that specific program. So we still do a lot of foster care support and a few adoptions every year, but we've expanded. We have a full mental health service program, an on-site early childhood learning center, and then we have various programs that either integrate directly with other community partners, such as the school systems, or we have a program in direct partnership with Project Harmony, and we do, parent classes for young and teen parents. We integrate with a few pediatric clinics in North Omaha to just help provide wraparound services for all stages of whatever stage a family might be in, just to be sure that they can thrive and be as stable as possible.
Right. So if people are looking for some of these like parenting classes or whatever it is, do they like find those on your website? Do they have to be some sort of like already affiliated with you, or just call and reach out?
No. So there's really no necessary like qualifications. They can reach out on our website and learn more.
Okay.
There's always a huge need for foster parents as well. We're constantly training and recruiting. So most people just reach out to us or hear about us through the grapevine, or they can just give us a call and they're like, I'm kind of curious about this program, and they'll be directed where they need to go.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So pretty easy to get in touch with.
Totally. Yeah. Yep.
How does CSI carry out their mission? Like what kind of, you just talked about, I guess, some of the programs. I saw on your website there was like 5 different ones. So are there any additional ones that you didn't tell us about? Parenting classes, early childhood development services. Are there a couple others?
Yeah, there are a couple others. Actually, not many people know this either, but we have an on-site shelter for children. So we are able to have 9 children live on site 24/7. And so the reason that they might be there is maybe they're coming out of the juvenile justice system, or maybe just being at home wasn't the best situation for them, and we needed to address either behaviors or some other issues going on. So on average, those kids are on site for maybe a month and a half, maybe 2 months, some longer, some shorter, with the goal to not let them get behind in school. So we do have on-site education services, and to be sure that they stay up to speed in schooling, and we address the things that they need to either go back home or find better placement for them. So that's kind of a fun little thing that not many people know is we have people on site 24/7.
So with those children staying there, do they have like center moms or someone that's like cooking for them? Are they learning to do these skills? Or like what's the age range, I guess, of these children?
So they're mainly teens.
Okay.
I would say anywhere between like 13 to seniors in high school. And they will learn some of those skills, but our main focus is mainly addressing behaviors and being sure they're keeping up to speed with their education. They each have their own rooms. It's kind of dorm style if you want to envision it. And we'll talk about a little later that part of our mission will be expanding in an upcoming campaign.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So, Aly, with your title of development manager, I'm wondering if that kind of goes along the lines of how you can support these programs and the fundraising and events and all the things that are necessary to make sure the organization has the dollars to carry these out. So tell us a little bit about how CSI goes about that.
Absolutely. So to make all of our programs happen, it takes about $13 million a year. And we of course apply for grants and things, but our development team spends a lot of time finding passionate donors to help us raise the funds needed to make our mission happen. And so that's really what we focus on, whether it's hosting community events or working with individuals that might have a specific interest in one of our programs. But yeah, a big part of my job is working with the community, and first and foremost is educating them. And number two, figuring out, what would make them feel like they're making a difference in the community directly when it comes to CSI. So we do all sorts of fundraisers, from events all the way to just really like grassroots things. Like I was actually at a Millard school earlier this morning. They had a little fundraiser for us, and I did a fun check presentation with students. So there's a broad range of ways that we raise funds, and it's really fun.
Is there anything going on right now or any way that we can contribute now, like any fundraisers going?
Yeah, totally. So we are preparing for our women's luncheon this fall. It's called Personality. So if you like bags,
I've actually been to that.
Yes, this is the event for you. So that's one of our large events that we have in the fall. And then every spring we have our largest fundraiser, which is called Cabaret. It's a gala that features some professional comedy entertainment normally. So this year it was our biggest year yet, and we raised about $700,000, which was amazing.
Wow.
So
awesome.
we have two main fundraisers a year, and then there's all sorts of little stuff mixed in. But I would say those two events are the best way to get to know us and our mission and get engaged.
Cool. So we kind of talked before the show, but is there something exciting, some construction or anything like going on for you guys that you could maybe share with us?
There is some construction. And if you have driven by, so we're located on 45th and Dodge. So if you have driven down Dodge within the past 3 weeks, you've probably driven through a dust storm to drive by. We just broke ground officially on the parking lot, which is a part of our larger project of expanding our building. We're actually doubling in size. So it's a $46 million campaign that we soft launched last year, but now we're really starting to get the public engaged to help us finish raising. We have about 30% left to raise, so we've raised over $35 million already. But we're busting at the seams in our current building, and so not only will the expansion of the actual building happen, but it will allow us to expand our programs such as the emergency shelter. They just have some needs that they need a more specific space to them. Our early childhood center will expand by several classrooms. We have about 200 kids that we serve every day, and a little over 100 of them are on site for our early childhood program. And so we'll be able to serve tons more kids through that. And then mental health, our mental health program has grown tremendously over the past 3 years. And so we are quite literally putting therapists in closets right now because the need is there and we just don't have a place to put them. So we'll have a dedicated mental health clinic on site with a real waiting room. Right now they just kind of come in our lobby and like figure out where to go. So it's really exciting that what the building means to the community is that we can just serve a whole lot more people.
I think a really great part about that is like you have the space right there to do it instead of like relocating and uprooting everything and going somewhere else.
Yeah, they have been a fixture on Dodge Street. And so, That's
to
a
have
great
that
point.
space. Yeah.
Yeah, so it'll take a while. It's about an 18-month project,
Okay.
but we'll be excited to have the community in and show them around when it's all
Yes.
done.
Yes,
Oh my
yes.
gosh.
How
Yeah.
wonderful. Oh my goodness. Well, good. Well, Aly, if people want more information, do you know your website?
Yes.
Okay. Well,
It's childsaving.org, and we have
Okay.
all the social media accounts, including
Oh, sure.
LinkedIn. So we're constantly, sharing stories about our clients, posting. We have, something as simple as an Amazon wish list or ways to get engaged. So that's a great first step in figuring out if CSI is something you want to support.
well, Aly, thank you so much for coming today. I think Ashley and I can both say we have been familiar with Child Saving Institute, but didn't even know
Right.
all of the programs and information that you shared with us today. So helpful for us. I'm sure
Yes.
helpful for our listeners, and I hope that hearing what you've shared will spark some thoughts with our listeners, and they'll reach
Absolutely.
out for more information. So thank you for joining
Yeah,
us.
thanks for having me, you guys.
Yes. So all of you, we'll put Aly's info that you can get in touch with her or the site in our show notes.
Yes.
So thank you all for listening. You can find us on blandcpa.com. You can find us at Bland Accounting on Instagram.
The Gram.
Yes, the gram. Feel free to share, comment on any of our posts. And if you do that, you'll be entered into a contest to win some free swag. So that includes you too.
Nice. Who doesn't love free swag?
Right? Oh, so everybody, thank you for listening. And we look forward to seeing those shares and your engagement on our social.
Yes. So with that, friends, be informed,
Be inspired.
and be awesome.
Bye.
A Hurrdat Media Production.